Hello everybody, General here today, and we're in for another episode of how to make a waxed cut copper slab. Let's just do it. So first thing we're going to be needing is always, guys, is what we call a crafting table to of course be able to make it. So we step outside of our house here and we see lots of wood, out here. Once we've acquired the wood that we've wanted, any is fine, we're going to come here and then we're going to place it here like so. And we're going to get what's called planks. Now over with our planks here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go to a crafting table, that's right here. Into our crafting table, of course, what are we then going to be doing, guys, is of course, we're going to start making first of all, which is the furnace. Because we're going to need to cook things, right? We're going to need to cook the iron ore, we're going to need to cook the copper ore, and we're going to get iron ingots, we're going to get copper ingots right here. So once we do that, guys, over at it here, we're also going to need to cook one more thing, which is the stone. To cook it, we're going to need coal that comes from coal ore that looks like this. So once we do that and the stone is cooked, how do we get the stone? We cook cobblestone and it gives us stone. Now the reason for this is why we cook the stone is because we're going to need stone for this next part here, which is called the the stone cutter, and I'll tell you why in a second. So once we come over to our stone cutter, right, now that we've got what we need, everything that we need, guys, we're also going to be needing block of copper. Well, how do we do that? Like this. That gives us the block of copper. With our block of copper, we come here and then we place it here, and it gives us what? The cut copper. Finally, we get to craft what we need with the cut copper. So we get to go. I don't have enough of it. No good. Okay, let's try that again. Like so. Then on our crafting table, we're going to put the cut copper. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves what we need, right? Which is the cut copper slab, which I've already got down there. Finally, guys, now we're done with our stage, right? How do we make a wax? We're going to need something called a honeycomb. Now, there's a process, which I probably will go into this video, because this video is not so much about the whole thing with honey, but you're going to need a honeycomb. You gotta find bees in a beehive and extract that using shears. Once you do that, come back here and you apply your honeycomb. So what does this do basically, right? What this does, guys, and I'll make it make sense. By applying honeycomb, it doesn't decay. So there are stages to copper, right? The original, which is one that we have here, and then it goes from here into our exposed, our weathered, and finally oxidized. Now, in order to keep it at one phase, you gotta apply your honeycomb. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully it made sense. And if you like what you see, please like, comment, and most important, subscribe. And because first of all, to get notified about content like this, but second, it gives me the strength and motivation to keep making content like this. Have a nice one. Ciao.